Gemini, it's Didici here with your June 2021 forecast. Thanks for joining me. To those of you that are new, thanks. It's great to have your company. I call this the Oracle Express. It's a nice, quick, brief synopsis. You don't want to be laboured and bored by, all this mumbo jumbo. But I'll animate the chart so you can see precisely what's going on here. The important astrological points this month are the retrograde Pluto, recent retrograde Saturn, and also here in your sun sign, the retrograde Mercury. Your ruler is in retrogression right now, and that shows us a big review underway. A lot of areas of your life. I'm not going to spend too much time on Pluto because that is a very, very long-term generational aspect. Suffice to stay with Mars here, however. For a few days of the month, first week, we have a lot of frustration, a lot of anger maybe building over your income, your finances and monetary issues. Fortunately, Venus makes its way in here and pacifies you, but not before causing a lot of expenditure because it rules your 12th house. Here you see the square of the moon on the 7th, which could exacerbate things and make things a lot worse for you in that area. Some unexpected expenses there with the conjunction of the moon and Uranus. And so all of this retrograde motion here, especially in the 9th house, these are legal matters, educational matters, finance matters, and really just because it's the planet that rules you, you may be having some second thoughts about the way you yourself approach a lot of these things. So, that new moon there that you see on the 10th is also very telling, right in the company of your retrograde ruling planet. So this is all about a fresh perspective on things, Gemini, about looking at your finances, in particular here with Venus, ruling that 12th house of expenses. You have to be very careful how you're spending your money and where you're directing that. Who are you giving that money to? How you're spending it? Very, very important. You notice there around the 13th, the transit of Mars, pardon me, into your 3rd house of communication and contracts. Moon makes contact with that around the 15th. So around that time, 14, 15, 16, you're more forceful in the way that you want to convey your ideas. You might have some new concepts that you want to present to your co-workers. And that's also shown by the fact that co-workers are ruled by Mars. Mars in this 3rd house. The 3rd house position of Mars is good because the 3rd house, Gemini, also relates to the courage to do something. Now, while Mercury's retrograde, most astrologers advise against any sort of action. They say everything's going to go skew, it's not going to work. That's not completely true. When Mercury is a friendly planet to you, as it is for you being your ruling planet, it is, and it rules your 4th house, which is your domestic sphere, your mother, that sort of thing, then it's actually empowered. So you've got a lot of strength there. And that new moon, I think, around the 11th, is going to trigger a lot of energy. And coupled with this Mars in the 3rd house, it gives you a lot of dynamic energy and courage to do the things that you want, fearlessly speaking up about anything that you feel has really hamstrung you and gone against you. So have no fear. Speak up or forever hold your peace. Cheers. I think it's an interesting month. We notice there that your ruler goes stationary on the 24th. Back into its normal motion. So even if you had that strength and you'd built up the courage to do something this month, it's not until after the 24th, I believe, maybe even a little bit later, when Mercury picks up steam in its normal motion, that you start to feel a lot better about yourself. You still can't get away from the fact that Mercury is very near this shadowy node that can throw a cloud over the affairs of your life. And especially because Mercury casts its influence over here on your marital sector. And still, the Sun, the ingress there on the 21st into your finance sector, is augmenting these planets here in your third house of communication. So there's 4 points here: Mercury going forward, Sun moving to your second house of finance, and Venus and Mars in the third house of contractual arrangements are all very strong points for indicating a better position financially for you. You have to negotiate that, and you have to do it forcefully but peacefully. That's shown by the Mars and Venus there in your third house. I've gone a little over the date here, but it's okay. We're still on the right on the right month. But we'll pick this up again next month, and I hope you'll join me. In the meantime, don't forget to pop on over to astrology.com.au. You can get a little more on what's happening in June. Drop me a line if you want. I'm always available here for your personal one-on-one readings, which are really the best way to approach astrology. And do take care. Wear a mask if you're in those places where COVID is running rampant. And I'll see you again next month. Bye.